Man, we don't want you to end up in hell. Man, we don't want you to end up in hell. You know, what you
Can't stand in your way. My apologies. My apologies.
Get somewhere.
I shan't stand in your way. My apologies. That was foolish of me. I am embarrassed.
It's irritating.
Yeah, irritating. Oh, I irritated you.
They're good, yeah.
What can't I do? What I can't do is stand in your way. Is that right? What I can't, they're street preachers. They're gonna preach here probably. Oh, sir! Sir, what's your name? Sir, do you know these people?
No, I do not.
These people are street preachers.
These people, yes, sir, I do.
You lied to me.
I didn't see it for time.
So was that a lie?
No, sir.
It was not a lie. Do you think that God is going to count that as a lie?
Sir,
I'd like to talk to you because you're amplifying your voice. Shall we have a conversation, or are you a coward like your friend over here?
Well, these gentlemen can converse with you as well as I can.
But what I would like to do is talk to the coward who amplifies his voice but then chooses not to converse with me. So, will you converse with me with an amplified voice, or you're afraid to do that?
As soon as I read God's
You want to
word.
talk to me? What's your name?
Joe.
Joe, I want to talk to this guy because his voice is amplified. You can join this conversation if you like.
I've got an amplifier. When we turn it on?
What?
I have an amplifier.
I don't want you to turn it on. In fact, I want him to turn his off.
What is the point about the amplifier?
The point of the amplifier is you think that the things that you say are worth being heard, and so I'd like to talk to you about how if what you're saying is lies, then what you're doing is evil. Well, can we have that conversation?
You can't hear my voice amplified, can you?
I can hear it now. Not now. You've moved your microphone down. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so can you hear my voice?
I don't know. Is this an object lesson? Are you going to engage with the thing that I said, or are you going to ignore the thing that I said?
You're kind of cagey, aren't you?
And as are you.
No, I'm reading.
You're not
God's word.
cagey? You haven't been
God's
cagey
word.
this whole time? Coy and cagey?
In what way?
In the same way you accused me of. Is that not correct? Maybe I misunderstood what you meant when you said cagey. Why didn't you explain to me what cagey is? And then we'll determine which of us has and has not been cagey. Maybe I misunderstand.
I apologize to you, but I can't get a word in edgewise. So
You just got this whole sentences edgewise. Longwise, in
Praise
fact.
the Lord for that, huh,
Yeah.
brothers? Listen, I'd like to talk to you.
Would you, or are you lying to me about that?
He wants to stop.
No, I want to talk to the person who has his voice
Take 5
amplified.
paces that way and keep going, brother.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Rod.
Rod, when you walk 5 paces that way, so will I, and we'll continue talking if you raise your voice.
All right. Well, we have a friend here.
Rod, I'd like to
Who'd
talk
like
to
to
you
have
about
your
how
voice?
raising your voice and telling lies is an evil act. Do you agree with that?
I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that. This is a book of truth. This is a book of truth.
I think you misunderstood my point. I think you misunderstood my point.
You tell me, why is lying
I think you
wrong?
misunderstood my
No,
point.
why
What
is
was your
lying
name
wrong?
again?
Explain yourself.
What was your name again?
My name is Joe. What's your name?
Joe, I think you've misunderstood my point, Joe.
Is lying
The
wrong?
only
Is
question
lying
that I've
wrong?
asked so
Is
far.
lying wrong?
The only question so far. I don't know,
Is
Joe.
lying wrong? You
I don't
tell
know,
me.
Joe.
So
I don't know.
what's your complaint then?
My complaint
What's your
is,
complaint?
my
Why are you
complaint is,
complaining? You don't have a
that
complaint.
I do
You
have a
no
complaint.
complaint.
I
If there's
do.
no God, there's no
Everything
why are
is-
you this guy?
To everything there's a season.
Hey.
We've already talked about how we're going to follow the rules.
Yeah,
right?
we are.
And the rules are you cannot block someone
tell me
from
why.
leaving.
Why
Is
is
that
wrong?
correct?
Why are the rules? Why do
Because
rules matter?
we're going
Tell
to
me.
follow the
Tell
laws.
me.
Is that what
Okay,
we've said? We're
why
going
are
to
we
follow
gonna
the laws here? Is that
Why
what
do
we're
laws
communicating
matter?
to each other in this
Why do laws
conversation?
matter? Tell me. When you're talking to me, why do laws matter? Why do they matter?
I'm talking
Tell
to you
me.
if you
Tell
raise
me.
your
Tell
voice in
me.
amplification.
Tell me.
So far, I've
Tell
seen this
me.
man do it,
What
and I've
is
seen
it?
this
You have
man
no
do it.
answer. You have
So the
no
two
answer.
people that I
You
would
have no
like to
complaint.
talk to
You have no
are not
complaint.
you.
You have
I'd like
no
to talk to the
complaint.
people who
You
dare
have
amplify
no
their
complaint,
voice.
my friend.
Someone
No complaint.
amplified
What
their
do you
voice.
complain?
My complaint
Why do you
is
complain?
somebody amplified their voice.
Why?
My
Why is it
complaint.
wrong?
I
Why is
didn't
it
say it was wrong.
Why
I'm
is
just
it wrong? Is it
complaining about it.
objectively wrong?
I'm just
What
saying
do you
it's
get objective
annoying.
truth?
I'm
Tell
just
me.
saying it's
Tell me.
annoying.
Oh, it's annoying.
Yeah.
So it's your opinion.
Subjectively
It's your opinion.
annoying. That's correct.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
No, I never
doesn't
said
matter.
it doesn't matter. I said it does matter.
Why does it matter?
It's subjectively
Why does it
annoying to me.
Okay,
and that matters
well, then
to
you know
me.
what?
Do you
The
not
sidewalk
understand
is
how that would
wrong.
matter,
The
Joe? Do you,
sidewalk
wait,
is
wait,
wrong.
Joe, I'm asking
The
you a
sidewalk
question.
is
Joe, I'm
wrong.
asking you a
The
question, Joe.
sidewalk is wrong.
Joe, I'm asking you a question. Are you going to preach some more? Are you going to preach today some more? Are you going to amplify your voice some more?
I probably will.
I would like to be there when you do it. Is there a reason you know me? Joe, did you hear what I asked? Did you hear what I asked before you were interrupted? Did you hear my question?
No.
Okay, are you
Because
going
it doesn't
to...
matter. You're dismissing us. And tell me why it's wrong.
Am I dismissing you, or am I
Yes, you
engaging
are.
with
Yes,
your
you are.
arguments, Joe? Am I dismissing you,
You don't
or
have an
am I
argument.
engaging with your arguments, Joe? Or am I engaging with your arguments? It's like you're not even listening to me, Joe. And yet here you are with speakers as if you want people to listen to you. What's your name?
you two things.
Okay, can I tell you two
Repent
things
and
back?
trust Christ.
Are you going to listen
Repent
to two
and trust
things back? You
Christ.
fucking coward, you fucking yell at me? Get the fuck back up.
I am telling you.
I know,
you can
tell me.
believe that I'm not or
But
whatever.
I do not believe you have the authority to walk me back 6 paces. What? Talking to? Having a conversation with? I'm not worth having a conversation. That's not what I want. Prove it.
No.
Can I prove to you? Can I do that? I want? Can I prove to you that?
What is truth to you?
I'm not letting you speak. I can't stop you from.
Proof only matters if God exists. And you
Okay, so you don't believe in proof? Is that your position?
No, God upholds proof.
You know, the two people who've spoken the loudest didn't give me their names. Does that
I don't
seem
wanna
kind
give you my
of?
name.
I know. Does that seem
Did
kind
I
of
ask you for
cowardly?
your name?
I don't give a shit. I'm asking
I don't
you
care. I don't
if
wanna
it
know your
seems
name.
cowardly to not give your name. I'm asking you
I don't care
how
what
you
seems
feel.
cowardly.
Oh, is that right? You don't care what seems
cowardly.
Do you care what seems true?
I'm a coward, I said it's not
to me.
my-
Oh, cowardly to me. I thought you meant coward. Hey, are you guys from this town? Hey, hey, fuck yourself. You from this town?
No.
Where do you sleep? Where's your wife and children?
They're not here.
Where are they?
Is that any of your business?
Yes, this
No,
is my town.
No.
This is my town. My wife and children live here, and I'm defending it from encroachers. Don't touch me again. Do you understand? We are arguing, yeah. We're not touching each other though in this argument, because in this argument we're coming really close to the line of legality, and we are trying as hard as we can not to cross it. Is that correct?
That's the most beautiful thing about Jesus Christ, dude, is he hated legality.
Is that right? Jesus hated legality? Do you hate legality? Yeah. Hey, sir, they're going to raise their voice in this amplifier, and when they do, I'm going to oppose them. I think that's well within my First Amendment rights. If you do see me doing anything that's illegal, I assume that you'd stop me from doing that. I did stand in front of this guy once to make a point. I feel really embarrassed about it. I shan't do it again. But I shall follow them and see if they amplify their voices again. If you're going to amplify your voice with a speaker, oh, good luck, good luck. I don't know how to do that. I've rarely Ubered myself. So what were you saying about fleeing again? You were quoting a thing about that. I don't think I figured that piece out. I think it was, what was it, Brian? Accusing me of not wanting a conversation. I don't know why you would get a feeling like that. Conversation is what I like. I think conversation moves both minds closer to the truth. Do you disagree with that? I actually have a lot of faith in conversation. Do you? What I want is conversation, and that's why you're told not to do it, because you'll be giving me what I want, won't you? And that's why you're trying not to do it. So it's weird that Brian would accuse me of not wanting conversation when I can kind of prove that that's exactly what I want. What if I had a sign here that said, "Please join this conversation"? Would that sort of prove it? Is that the type of thing that would prove things to you?
You know, I tell you this, I care about you. That's all I'm going to say. You can believe that or not believe it.
Hey, I care about you.
It's true.
I care about you.
I care about you.
I'm down here to save you. Don't touch me again. Do you understand?
You got it. You got it right.
Cool.
Yeah, why don't you
Listen,
just get away
listen,
from me?
because I care about you.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah, Satan
Oh, I
says
do.
he cares
I
about
care
people
about
too.
you. Well, so did you say you care about me?
I do,
So are
but
we
out
going
of a
to
different
ignore
spirit.
everyone that says care
Out
about?
of a different spirit.
Oh, so your caring is godly and my caring is evil.
Right.
Oh, wow. How fortunate of
You
you.
want us to
I
stop it.
definitely
Stop us.
care about you.
You wanna hinder
Care about
us.
you
You
so
wanna
much
hinder
that I
our
left
job.
my family here today that I could be with right now. And I came here to tell you guys that your God told you to come to this city so that I could talk to you. This is my city, and I defend it from people like you.
Do you
Are you
believe
from
in
this
God?
town? Are you from Denver?
Do you believe in God?
Are you from Denver?
You believe in God?
I don't believe the God of that Bible.
You don't.
I don't believe that
Okay,
Jesus is
Based on
God.
what standard?
Based on his own standard.
Whose own standard?
His own standard. On Jesus' own standard. By Jesus' own standard. By saying God cannot lie.
So how's he lying?
Yes, what? How is he lying?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, wait. First, you have to tell me that you've understood the shit that I've said. Because I've said a lot of things to you
haven't
people.
said anything.
Oh my gosh,
how
you
God's
asked
a
me
liar.
3 questions
Tell
in
me
a
how
row and
God's a
I
liar.
answered them. So
Are you
what were
gonna
my
answer? Are you
answers?
gonna answer?
No, first I have
How
to
is God a liar?
understand if you've understood what I've said up to this point. Why would I answer a third question if you haven't understood my first and second answer,
Have a good
Brian?
one. Have a good
Did you understand the thing that I just said with my mouth?
My name's not Ryan.
Brian, was it?
It's not Brian.
What was it? Oh, Joe. My apologies. My apologies. I don't know why I wrote Brian in there.
Apologize to me. You haven't been respecting me this whole time. Now you're gonna.
Joe, I care about you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do,
No,
Joe.
you don't.
Joe, I really care about you.
We
I
actually
care about you enough
We
to put
care
on the
about your
whole
eternal soul.
costume
We
and come down
care
here
about you enough to tell
and
you the
meet
truth.
you when you get to my
love.
town to be here today. Because I didn't have to be here, but I knew
Sworn.
some people like you might be here. So I came down
You're
here to
hinder the
care
work of the gospel.
for you
You're here to
people.
hinder the work of the gospel that Jesus Christ.
What I'm here
who
to
is
do
God,
is talk to the
declares you
people
repent.
who use amplification to preach preach lies. What I'm here to
lies?
do
What
is
lies?
have a
What lies
conversation.
and why are lies
He's
wrong?
never been able to say what lies.
What lies and why are lies wrong according to you?
I don't need to put that on the table when you believe that lies are
tell
wrong.
me.
I don't need to
Okay,
prove that when
correct,
you
yes.
already believe it.
If we're believing
Do I
lies,
have
we're
to
believing
prove it
lies.
to
Yes,
someone
you do.
who
Yes,
already
you do.
believes it?
You're
Why?
asking us to prove
Why?
it.
No.
Yes, you
Right,
are.
because I'm the person who doesn't believe it and you're the person who
but
believes it.
you're the one
So
who said
you're
we're
the one who
believing
believes
lies.
in
You have not
lies.
said one lie. You have not said one.
I know I've not said
Then
one
give
lie.
us
Do you
one.
want to know
Give
why
us
I've not said one
Give us
lie?
one.
Why would I trust an apple you give me? Why would I trust an apple of misbelievers? Why wouldn't I believe that might be poison?
Give us one lie.
Why?
One lie.
Because then it would
Okay,
disprove
okay,
it.
fine.
Because
You
then
have-
it would
you have
disprove
nothing
it.
then. You have nothing.
I do have. I
Okay,
do.
then give me one.
I will give
Give
you
me
one.
one.
But why would I give
Okay,
you one?
you have nothing.
Do you remember earlier when you're like, why
have
should I
nothing.
prove it? I'm doing that
You
same
have
argument
nothing.
back to you.
You have
And do you see that
nothing.
you're stymied?
You have nothing.
I have a lie of Christ. I have 3 lives of Christ.
Okay, give me one.
I'll write them down, but first,
give me
we'll
no. Just give me one.
Why?
You have nothing.
Why would I give you one?
Because you're making the claim. Give me
What
the
claim am I making?
that Jesus is lying.
No, you're
Give it to
making
me.
the claim that he
Give it
never
to me.
lied.
No,
You're making
the
the
one
claim that
making
he
the
never
claim. Give it to
lied.
me. Let me
Hello,
know
sir.
that.
Am I doing anything illegal? We can talk, but I'd like to talk to these hate preachers. They're preaching lies in my streets, and like to tell them, what?
I'm wondering why.
Yes, you are.
I'm wondering why you have to do it at the volume you are. We could certainly
Because
talk
they were talking in loudspeakers, and so I'm trying to match their level.
A message of hope.
Is it of hope?
Yes.
What's the first part of it? You're going to hell? But I don't mean to take your time. We're not going to get to violence because none of us believe in violence. We're all men of faith and belief, and we think that violence gets in the way of the conversation. And if I wanted to stop the conversation, I'd use violence.
You don't want a
And I don't want to
conversation.
stop the
You're not letting
conversation.
people
I want the
speak anything
conversation to
edgewise.
continue because I'm showing that he is accusing me of the very same things that he's doing.
What's up, guys?
Okay.
I'm going to follow them if they leave. Excellent.
Bill's over there.
What they're going to do is raise their voice again later with these amplification things, and when they do, I'd like to oppose them in my
have a
First
constitution
Amendment
that says
right.
that's okay.
Yeah. And
But it doesn't say that it's okay for you to just badger us and not leave us alone.
I think that it does,
You
though.
followed us for 5 blocks. You won't stop.
Because you intend to keep preaching with those amplifiers. I'm following you to the next place.
Officers, if you can keep him from following
Yeah,
us, we would.
and when you do that, I would like to be there to oppose them. As they leave, I'll be following them. As they leave, I'll be following them, like I said. So are you detaining me, sir?
No.
Okay, but as they leave, I'll be following them for the reason, are you detaining me, sir?
No.
Then why can't I follow
You're
them?
harassing.
One concern.
Wait, I don't mean to harass them. What I mean to do is be there when they,
just leave them
when,
They can
okay,
say what
I
they want.
understand that what you're saying that, but I think that
leave
what
them
this
alone.
is doing is infringing on my First Amendment rights.
It's not. You're
I
free to
believe
go.
that it is,
You're
sir.
free to say what you want, but you're
Sir.
bothering them at this point.
I know, but they are bothering me, sir, if they go to another location and preach lies in my city.
So you're infringing on their First Amendment
No,
rights.
no, no. I want to be there as they do their First Amendment rights. I don't want to infringe on it. I want to be
Real
there.
fast. So this is the misdemeanor harassment code for Colorado.
Excellent.
The incident, the top part is right here at number 3. Okay. To follow a person in or about a public place can be considered harassment.
Okay. What if they go to another location to do the same thing that they're doing, and I want to oppose it there?
That's the gray area, right?
Yeah.
Because if you show
So-
up there again and they call the police and say this guy's been following us, technically that is the harassment statute. Okay. So if they wanted to press charges,
What if I go to a place where I can hear their loud voices? What if I'm walking around and I can hear their loud voices? Then are they harassing me?
it's
That's
entirely
their First
gray.
Amendment rights.
Okay,
Just like you
okay,
have First Amendment rights.
okay, listen, okay, but what I'm trying to say is I do not want to infringe on their First Amendment rights. I want my First Amendment rights to be there with theirs.
And that's where it's
And you're
gonna be-
saying that if they walk away from the first point of contact, I cannot.
You follow them and
It's
continue to harass them.
But okay, but then you are circularly defining harassment because he's saying that harassment is following them, but then you're saying that harassment is following.
Explanation, or are you going to keep talking over?
We've had an explanation. It was in the book, and number 3 was follow them in a public place.
And that's where it's going to be gray, right? If
That's
you show up
correct,
again
but
and
gray,
they ask for a
because
cop,
what you're saying is follow and harass, and I don't mean to follow and harass. What I mean to be is to do is
then
be
don't.
there when they
Then
preach
just
again.
don't.
But you're saying I cannot. You're
this
saying
point,
my First Amendment right cannot because they have moved from the first
Until you're done
location.
talking, and then I'll explain to you. Okay?
I'm listening to you as you talk. I'm listening to you as
You
you
can't
talk.
listen to me while you talk.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Says who?
Okay.
Who says that's true?
I'll explain it.
I'm listening. You can talk while I'm talking. I can listen to you.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works for
Okay,
you, and telling you that's how it works for me. So what I'm understanding from him is that when we move from the first location to the second location, it becomes harassment. What I'm saying is I don't want it to be harassment. I just want to be there at the first place, and I want to be there at the second place. I don't want to follow them. I want them to tell me where they're going and get there first.
So the reality is,
I know.
When you go down there, it may be construed as following them, okay?
By them.
Well, it would have to be up to the judge, right? That is
By the judge.
the
Excellent.
case.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I can't say.
So what if I go this way while my thing is, and they've gone back to where they were, and
Then it's very simple. They'll leave you alone if you leave them alone.
The reality is,
cool. What if I'm here and I can hear them right now?
Then you need to just leave it alone. Okay? If you can hear them, you're in a public place.
But they are bothering me, like
they
they're.
have First Amendment rights. Just
Why
like
do you say
do.
hold on like I can't hear you when I'm
Because
talking? They have First Amendment rights just like you do. That's what you said. I listened to you, right? I proved it. Did I prove it to
You're
you?
not listening if you're talking.
That's incorrect. That's not true.
Okay.
In my case, pretend that's not true, because
well,
I
I'm not
can
gonna do
listen
that.
to you while you talk.
If you want an explanation, we'd be happy to give it to you.
As long as I'm not talking while you give
Just
it.
for a brief, like 5
Because
seconds.
you're incapable of understanding that I can listen and
Have a
talk.
good day.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
the difficult part, right?
Yes.
Hypothetically, you go find them again.
Okay.
They call the police and say, this guy's been following us for 5 blocks like they were saying, okay? And they want to press charges for that statute. That is in the line, right? Whether or not the judge in the court is going to agree with the definition of it in there and consider it harassment or not up to us. But if they want to press charges, it's potential that they would have a case, right?
Okay, and if they were to press charges, would you ticket me today or incarcerate me?
I mean, so
What would be the definer of that? I'd like to know.
they're really
I would like to know if it's a ticket misdemeanor or if I'm being
that's entirely
incarcerated.
in discretion. But
Okay.
for a lot of things where it's going to continue if we don't incarcerate, right? That's usually going to be the definer.
What if I follow and watch them? What if just being there annoys them?
Say that again.
What if I follow them and I don't harass them? What if I follow them to document what they're doing?
It's still going to be up to whatever the discretion of whatever officer feeling if it meets that criteria and if a citation or arrest is necessary. It's entirely gray, man. So you can try it.
So can I say I'm going to patrol this area here, and if they're in there, they've entered my area? Like, I don't understand, because they're doing First Amendment stuff and I'm doing First Amendment stuff. Here's my signs. I'd like to be here where the people are, and they want me to not be there. Well, I'm not going to be not here. So I'm going to, if they're a block away and I don't go a block away, I'm not harassing them, right?
Again, right is entirely gray.
Because they've moved that way, away from the center of the thing. So if I go this way and I patrol this, then they're coming to my space.
Potentially.
Okay,
right?
thank you.
It's entirely going to be
Also,
on what the stories are.
Also, I think I can go. I think I can go, and being there is not harassing, even though they're harassing. I think that this isn't. I think that my First Amendment rights are being infringed upon here by people who are not even from this city. I do live here. I go on the internet and I say I defend these streets from people like that, and then they come to the city and I cannot follow them to their second location because they get to define that as harassment, even though I told them when coming here is harassment. Be safe. Be very safe. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why a local's First Amendment rights cannot be expressed, and the people from out of town get to come here and say their lies and hatred all over my streets, but I'm not allowed to oppose them. So hopefully I'll go up here to a space here where all the people will see me, and I will give the word of truth out there. The one true cult on this earth, the cult of flying spaghetti monster. Any comments? Let's check this. I bet I've got any views because of how hard it is to connect here. Will do, Wayne. Alright, well, I've still got my audio going. I don't see any reason to continue down here. All I do want them to do is leave the block, stop annoying all these people who came to my town. What I want is for these people not to think, these visitors, to not think of Denver as a place where preachers come. So let's see if we can find anybody else who's a hate monger out here. I think if I do, I'll bring them up. What time is it? How much did I do? 35. Not too much. Still more tomorrow, eh?